My son is in the hospital for 4 days. I am not informed. I see an email from the insurance company saying the insurance claim is rejected. When I call the insurance company, they inform me that my son is in Manipal hospital. I write to the respondent. Respondent does not respond to my email. I end up in the hospital. My lord, who opens the door at 9 o'clock in the night? The council opens the door in the hospital. And the council is making a submission about it. Kindly wait. When the council is making a submission, I'm talking about cases. A council is representing my wife in the cases before in the hospital, interacting with my son. I did not want to bring the places on record.
It may be placed on record. Whatever they insinuating it.
I will file an affidavit before the court.
It may be taken on record. My lord,
5.5 lakhs is the reasonable claim maintenance per month.
It may be looked into, my lord. That would
I will
be
go through
addressed.
that will be addressed now. I'll go through the visitation, my lord. I've been having
going on
4 hours from 31st of July. Your lordship passed the order. 4 hours, my lord. Myself and my parents are going and visiting the children at the clubhouse of the apartment where the respondent resides. But that's been going on now for almost 2 months. But kindly permit me to, my lord, pick up the children and take them because they're not small children. But boy is almost 11 years old. And daughter is 6 years old.
We'll do one thing. This Saturday, we'll permit him to take the children out and we'll post this matter on Monday.
My lord, with respect to the same.
We'll post this matter on Monday.
My lord,
that day you can submit what has happened.
My lord, it's a sincere request as such. I had also submitted prior that the minor son, who's of 11 years of age, has expressed certain concerns and that should be addressed. Why? Because what's going to happen is that now the petitioner, the father himself has idea of the same and he's been discussing the cases with the child and the child has been coming back home and has been questioning the mother. That is what's happening on a day-to-day routine, my lord. So with respect to the same, even keeping all of this aside, my lord, keeping all of this aside, I've received instructions from a client that she's going to propose, she has a proposal, keeping in mind the interest of the petitioner, which should, if addressed properly, to amicably settle the whole matter. So all I request is that the matter...
She will not allow them to...
No, nothing like that, my lord. All the request is the matter may be taken up on Friday. So tomorrow I can have a discussion with the learned counsel.
We'll have it on Monday. Court is not sitting on Friday.
My lord, then at least this weekend, let it continue 3 to 7, him coming to the clubhouse because she is looking into a particular arrangement wherein the father would have more...
Please understand, for this Saturday and Sunday, we'll make an arrangement. Hope it works out, we'll see. Basing on that, if it is not working, it's not, as you said, that the children are not happy or whatever the reason, whichever you want to say, you can submit it on Monday. On Monday, because vacation is intervening, so we have to make some arrangement in between also.
Definitely, my lord.
For this weekend, at least on one day, I think he's having both Saturday and Sunday.
Both Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. Let him have on either Saturday or Sunday in the same, like how the earlier arrangement is made. One day, let him take the children outside.
My lord, the apprehension is that he would affect the child's mental health negatively, my lord. Because he's yes, my lord. The minor.
Then we will pass orders. On Monday, no. If that's the case, if really something like that happens,
I will file
will not grant anything. Will not grant the visitation on. From
no, my lord. So keeping all the factors in mind, all that I'm asking is that the matter be taken up on Friday. I believe that the client, the respondent herein is willing to be more than fair. She wants the petitioner to also take up responsibilities as a father. So she's trying to come up with a certain arrangement, the intricate details of which have to be worked out. That is all. It will definitely.
I think he's paying 2.5 lakhs or 3 lakhs towards the fees.
My lord, in that, not towards the fees, my lord. It is 1,35,000 that has been paid after the residence orders passed. The residence order was passed in the month of April, my lord. Till then, for almost 18 months or more, she was left out on the streets, my lord. She had to survive based on her father's mercy. We have the orders. The petitioner here was also addressed.
Agree.
The petitioner, my lord, just one submission.
Sorry, sir, 1 second. My lord, my learned friend is making a submission before your lordship. A responsible counsel is making a submission that the father is discussing the cases with the child. My lord, I will place on record what happened before, last week. My son is in the hospital for 4 days. I am not informed. I see an email from the insurance company saying the insurance claim is rejected. When I call the insurance company, they inform me that my son is in Manipal hospital. I write to the respondent. Respondent does not respond to my email. I end up in the hospital. My lord, who opens the door at 9 o'clock in the night? The council opens the door in the hospital. And the council is making a submission about it. Kindly wait. When the council is making a submission, I'm talking about cases. A council is representing my wife in the cases before in the hospital, interacting with my son. I did not want to bring the places on record.
It may be placed on record. Whatever they insinuating it.
I will file an affidavit before the court.
It may be taken on record. Let then affidavit be filed. There is no restriction per se. The reason being, I had to file the assets and liabilities, my lord. It was a strict instruction of the court that I have to file the assets and liabilities. You may check the documents, my lord. There's almost 200 pages, my lord. How is she supposed to take care, obtain the documents? I had to work it out with her. So we are not going into the personal aspects. So there is nothing barring me from Yes, she herself was sick, my lord. I had made a submission that she herself had been sick. She had influenza. The kids had influenza. The son had to be admitted. So she's never. There's no. The allegation raised here doesn't have anything to do with the custody or the maintenance aspect.
The council being in the hospital
So
room.
what wrong does it do?
Does not expose my son to court cases or court proceedings. But me meeting my son exposes him to court
My lord,
proceedings.
considering the claims, let the honorable court interact with the child. It will put all his allegations to rest. This is what we've been asking from the very beginning, my lord, that the child should be interacted with.
Order passed by this court, the respondent mother had placed before this court the statement of assets and liabilities, which will be considered by this court on the next date of hearing. Learned counsel for the petitioner father submits that the father has been visiting exercising the visitation from the last 2 months in the clubhouse of the apartment.
And the grandparents.
Huh?
And the grandparents.
More than the grandparents at the clubhouse of the apartment where the mother is residing. He submits that the father may be permitted to take the children outside the premises and exercise the visitation. The father, as per the earlier order, is exercising the visitation on a Saturday and Sunday. On this Saturday, at what was the time?
3 to 7. I stay in Hebbal, they stay in Whitefield, not 10 to 5. On one day, I will not press for 2. On one day, not 10 to 5, I will take them. But then I
Sunday, there is no visitation there.
No, your lordship, I have granted visitation both Saturday and Sunday.
That's why you're having it from 10 to 5. You will not have it on Sunday.
Or it may be given on Sunday, but Saturday, let the children be with the mother.
On Sunday, the father can take the children at 10 o'clock and drop them back at 5 o'clock. Post this matter on Monday, basing on how the visitation goes on and the further orders will be passed. The father is directed not to keep the children comfortable and he shall not discuss with them about any of the cases, or he shall not talk to the children against anything against the mother.
My lord, also recordings of the kids, my lord. Recording the kids. So the kids have told that the elder son has said that he might be recording because the father's got a phone around. It may be put on record that he might not record because there's precedent as well, wherein during one of the said visitations as such, wherein the father had to meet the child in the park. Instead of spending time with the child.
Because, please understand. Please understand from the side of the father also. Now, you will come to the court and say that the boy is very uncomfortable.
My lord, the recording.
So to prove
My
the
lord,
court,
if it was recording.
they shouldn't be involving in all this.
My lord, the court's mic has been muted, my lord.